Ty, how you doing?
Good, how you doing?
Good. Thank you. Is Norm back tonight
Yes, sir.
in the starting lineup?
Yes, sir.
And then is Ben out?
Yes, sir. And so is DJ.
Yeah.
Hey, Coach. So it seems like when you guys go to that second unit, things get a little stagnant there. Like, what have you guys seen on tape to kind of get more from that second unit?
Seen a lot of things, but I think just having some new guys just getting comfortable, understanding where the shots are going to come from, and just understand they got to be aggressive. Like, don't worry about stepping on guys' toes. And our team has welcomed them to just go out and be themselves. And so it's going to take a little time with rotations, and we haven't had a full unit yet to kind of get our set rotations. And we get Norm back, and we lose DJ and Ben. So it's going to take a little time. Just being aggressive. I think the biggest thing from last game is just taking care of the basketball. You can't have 18 turnovers against this team and give them 25 points off of turnovers. And they only scored 106. So we got to be better with that, and I think we will tonight.
Coach, how impressed are you by Zoo's development? It seems like he held his own, switched out on LeBron last game. Pick and roll defense, his toughness, his scoring, rebounding. How impressed are you with his, overall performance this year?
Yeah, very impressed. Zoo's taking a step each year. He's gotten better and better. And now you see teams are, double teaming him more, trying to front the post so he can't catch the basketball. And he's gotten a lot better, keeping his poise when he's getting double teamed and making the right pass and making the right play.
Ty, when you guys turn the ball over the way you do, how much more stress does that put on your defense?
A lot of stress.
And how do you guys try to, other than them saying facts?
Just keep showing it. And just, we got to make the simple play. We can't try to thread passes. We can't try to make a home run pass. Just make the simple play the defense is giving you. Our transition defense, like you said, it's got to get better. But, it's hard to get back on a missed shot. It's definitely hard to get back on a turnover. So we just got to do a better job taking care of the ball.
And Ty, back to Zoo. Ideal game to game. What's your thought process as well as the team on how much Zoo should be featured on a night-to-night basis, and what's the key in reaching that?
No, it just depends on how teams are playing them. Teams are double teaming them. It makes it a little bit harder to post. So you just try to get him on deeper seals where you just catch and go up instead of catching it on the block. And it all depends on how teams are playing the pick and roll as well. Because if James is getting downhill, Zoo's able to get some drop-offs with a little floater or finishing around a basket. That's been good for us as well.
It's been 2 months since Kawhi returned. Kind of, how do you feel he's fit in around everyone else, and how do you feel everyone else so far has fit in back around him?
Yeah, it's been a process. I think the last couple of games, we started to see certain situations, certain plays with Kawhi's, becoming himself. Still just getting in the rhythm of the game, the flow of the game. The game's a little fast for him, especially those first 10, 12 games or so. And so it's starting to come, and until we get a full team, it's going to take a little time. But like I said, he's starting to get back to himself, and I feel confident that he will.
Last game, Zeus switched on to Luka. I think there were like 8 isolations.
You said what?
Zeus switched on to Luka. I think there were like 8 isolations that you guys had against him. I think he held him like 3 of 8 shooting. 2 of those were in the fourth quarter. How do you evaluate? Giving up those switches and those kind of, obviously Luka hits those mismatches, but Zeus obviously got better defending the perimeter. How do you kind of evaluate those kind of give and take?
Like I said, I thought he did a good job, to guard 2 of the better players in this league, on one-on-one, which a lot of guys can't do, and when Luka made those 2 threes, we kind of switched our coverages and went to the blitz, which was effective, got us back in the game because we were down 10 when he made those 2 threes. And so just switching up coverages, trying to make them, uncomfortable, keep them off balance. But you got 2 of the smartest guys in the game, with Luka and LeBron on the floor. And so, we just got to make sure we just give them different looks. And, I thought Zoo, like I said, did a really good job. And we just got to change it up and just give them different looks as much as we can.
See, when we were on the road, we discussed how it was going to take some time, like 8 or 10 games to get guys comfortable. How do you balance that? Because we're still in that 8 to 10 game range. Since you said that, how do you balance that with the fact that playoffs basically start? Like, if you want to stay out of the play-in tournament and everything, like they basically start now.
We just got to take it whatever path we got to take, And so we can't have situations when guys are in and out of the lineup, when guys are getting hurt and banged up. We just got to just stay the course. And defensively, it's been our calling card all season long, and that's what we got to hang our hat on until we get, Kawhi, up to speed, Norm now up to speed, get Bogey and being up to speed. And so defensively and playing hard, competing every single night has got to be our calling card. And so that's what we got to focus on. And once we get our whole team back, we'll be able to score the basketball.
Ty, outside of the obvious with his scoring punch, what did you miss without Norm that you get back with having him in the lineup tonight?
Scoring punch. I mean, 24, 25 points a game. A guy who can get to the free throw line, he can get to the basket, get downhill, get to the basket. And he's shooting, 8 threes a game on like 45%, and so you're going to miss that. So I thought our guys done a good job of just trying to, hold it down and keep it together while he's been out. But it's good to have him back, which he'll be rusty tonight, but it's be good to have him on the floor.
Ty, kind of a big picture question back here. In terms of having veteran leadership in locker rooms, obviously it's important to younger players, but how valuable is it if you can have a vet who can talk to stars on the team too and kind of be part of that accountability process? You guys had it in Cleveland with, RJ and Barry, different guys.
Shannon,
and Shannon. Like that specific job on a contender, how important do you think that is?
It's very important. I think you have veteran guys who's been on a lot of different teams, seen a lot of different things, have the experience of probably being starters, coming off the bench, not playing at all. And so they've seen pretty much everything. And so if you look at the end of our bench, one guy like in mind, like Patty Mills, like just his spirit, his encouragement, the way he goes about every single day, along with Nico. Eubanks has been great. So just having that spirit at the end of the bench is really good. And you got guys that can talk to our older guys because, like I say, Patty's played with Kawhi. Patty grew up, being looked up to Patty because they're from Australia. So just all the different things that you bring when you have veteran guys like that on the team.
Ty, Chris looks like he's getting more confident with his shot, being able to bring the ball up the floor, push the pace a little bit. What does that kind of unlock for you guys, both in transition and both when you have a lot of guys that are trapped and you need somebody to hit a shot in the corner? What has Chris brought, and what have you seen from him as his confidence continues to build?
Yeah, we know what he brings defensively, every single night. But offensively, we just been talking about, like, when you get the rebound, if they advance, you can't throw it backwards. Like, we got to push and attack, and then we can always get the ball back to James and Kawhi. And so, him being aggressive, getting into the paint, making plays around the basket is huge for us, especially when teams are pressuring James, trying to pick him up full court, trying to wear him down. KD on the floor, I think, takes away a lot of that pressure.
Thank you. Next time.